Hey everyone, this is James George with Web Design Blog, and this week I'm going to put together a continuation of last week where I'm going to show you how to set up your WordPress theme once it's installed. Now, if you remember last week, I set up a 9-minute install from buying hosting to installing WordPress and installing your first WordPress theme. So now that you have it all set up, we're going to go through the first things that I do for every WordPress install. So you have this set up, and the first thing I always do whenever I boot into WordPress is if you see this, WordPress something something is available, please update now. You always want to do that. And there's a little circular icon here. If you click that, that will show you anything that needs to be updated. And so you just click the button and go to update now, and it's going to cycle through. And this is something that you always want to do because one of the things that hackers do is they always go in and try to exploit security issues that that they could get through the back door in older versions of WordPress. So if you have like WordPress 2.8 installed or something like that, you need to make sure that you update it. Okay, so once your WordPress is all set up, you know it's updated to the latest version, you want to go into Jetpack and enable it. And so you just click this button, and it will ask you if you have a Jetpack account, and if you don't, then you need to set one up. So create one, and that will enable you to have site stats and a bunch of other options. So I'm going to click this in real quick, and you can see all these little options here. You can publicize and connect to social media. WordPress stats, you can get an idea of who's visiting your site. Page views, what articles are getting the most attention and traffic. There's a bunch of different options here. There's post by email, social sharing, Gravatar hover cards. There's all kinds of stuff. Now, I wouldn't necessarily install all of these. The one that I like the most is WordPress.com stats, because I have a mobile app on my phone where I can check the stats for all my WordPress blogs in one interface. And so I can see my traffic and get an idea of how the day's going, so on and so forth. The very next thing that I do is Akismet. This is what stops your spam comments on your posts, even posts. I've had sites where I haven't done anything with. I just bought the domain and installed WordPress, and then I hadn't done anything or set it up, or it was on the basic theme, and that basic post that they have pre-set up that says "Hello World" or whatever, that was getting spam comments. So, you know, I don't like that. I don't like having everything all gummed up with spam and junk. So sign up for an Akismet key. It's free, and you can get this key and paste it in and tell it to auto delete spam. All this is just a couple of clicks of a button, and it will, because Akismet will already be installed, at least for WordPress it is. The next thing that you want to do, being on Bluehost hosting, you get Cloudflare for free. Now, it's not the premium version, but the benefits of the free version are still excellent. I make sure to go ahead and set that up. So go to Cloudflare and log in. And then you go to add a website. So you got to add your domain. And Vector Find is a new site that I'm going to be bringing live, hopefully within the next month. But you can go ahead and add add your domain, and so it's going to scan your records and everything. And what this does is it's a CDN, which is a content delivery network. So things like images and stuff like that, JavaScript and CSS files, it minifies those. It just makes your site load so much faster. So anything that you could do to make your site load faster, it's going to be more pleasant for visitors, and your search engine traffic will increase once you get that going. And the reason I say this is because your page speed goes into your rankings. So, with that being said, you want to make your site as fast as possible. And so it's going to go through its little scan. You can see that it's almost done. 3, 2, 1, continue setup. And so you're going to go through, and I'm on the free plan. And you can see that there's all these little settings here. And so then you're going to set your settings. So, you know, I don't use secure sockets, and so it's good to, you know, make sure that you turn that off. Performance. Always go for CDN Plus or full optimizations. Security, I set that to high. I don't want anything getting in that could possibly damage the site. So CDN plus full, security high. We're going to go through here, hit continue. And then you update your DNS. Now, I'm not going to do this right this second, and the reason is because when you do this, your site may take a couple of hours to update. And what I mean by that is the name servers are going to go to the Cloudflare, which is where they will deliver your content from, and you know it's in an accelerated manner. But to be able to click over, it takes you know, it may take a few hours. So you may not have access to your back end, or the front end of your site may not match what you're doing, and it can just cause a lot of visual problems. So what I would do is I would do all the steps that I just said, you know, everything that we've done, and do that like before you go to bed at night. And then so in the next morning, the DNS servers should be or I'm sorry, the name servers should be updated to Cloudflare's. And that way, your site will be served as quickly as possible. And I'm going to flip back here. I'm not going to go through with that just yet, like I told you. I'm going to continue to show you how to set this up. So then the next thing that you want to install is you want to go to plugins. You want to look at what's installed. I get rid of Hello Dolly. That's not, there's no use for that. Go ahead and delete the files. And these are for the theme that I'm using, plus Jetpack. And it says there's a new version of Akismet. Now I definitely want to update that because that will keep spam from coming in. And it was just that quick, it's already updated. That's why I love Bluehost. They're lightning fast. And there you go. So next, you want to add a couple little useful plugins. And these are the plugins that I use for all of my blogs. So go to upload, or I'm sorry, go to search. Go to search and go to Yoast, Y-O-A-S-T. And so then the top one you'll see is WordPress SEO by Yoast. That's the one. Install it now. And you'll see it's by Just de Valk. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce that. Just, if that's not how you pronounce it, I apologize. But that's, go ahead and activate the plugin. And I have I'm not going to go through setting this up because I have a tutorial video about setting up Yoast SEO on your site, which you can view in another video, and I'll give you a link to that as well. The next thing I'm going to tell you to install, go to Add New, search for. Now I use MailChimp, and that's what I'm going to tell you to set up, because it's free. MailChimp can be free for up to 2,000 subscribers. So that's a nice plan. Now, if you use something else like Aweber or Constant Contact or something like that, then you're going to need to find a plugin for that works the best with that provider. But my provider is MailChimp. I love them. They're easy to use. You know, I can see all my metrics. It's a great service. So if you just type in MailChimp, you want to look for this one right here, the third one down. It's got 5 stars. You can't miss it. It's by Danny Van Kooten, and it's MailChimp for WordPress. And what this does is, it's not just a normal MailChimp sign-up form. It adds sign-up form methods in your where you can add a MailChimp sign-up form anywhere on your WordPress site, where you can put in a shortcode, which is like it's like a little code in between 2 brackets, and you can put that in a text widget and put it in your sidebar, or you can embed it in a blog post, and people can sign up at the bottom of every blog post if you put it in there, or it could be in the middle of a blog post. You can put it wherever you want inside of your website, where you can insert a shortcode. It's excellent. So another thing it does is comments. Now, a long time ago, I may have suggested to use Disqus's comment system, but I've found that can slow your site down a little bit, and so I'm just going to say to leave it as is for now until I find a commenting system that I really like. Leave it as is. But on one of the things this plugin does is, when people do leave a comment via the basic WordPress commenting system, you can set it up with it's just a simple checkbox and maybe a couple of settings inside this plugin, where they'll fill out the form with their website, their name, their email address, and then place their comment. And then at the bottom there will be a little section that says, you know, subscribe to comments via email. But there's also a box that will be pre-checked that says opt in to the MailChimp sign-up form, or to your website's newsletter, and that will be pre-checked. And since that's already pre-done, that means that a lot of people will just leave it checked and say, sure, why not? And it's already done for them. People are generally lazy. If they really don't want your newsletter, then they can unsubscribe later. But having that option pre-checked, they can just, when they leave a comment, they're automatically signed up. So it's killing 2 birds with 1 stone, because you're getting a good comment and you're getting an email subscriber at the same time. So go ahead and install that plugin. Activate plugin. Now, I'm not going to show you how to install that. I may make a separate video, but for time purposes, that's how it works. Now, one of the best theme providers, there's 2 WordPress theme providers I recommend. One is Elegant Themes. I've used them for years. I love their themes. They just came out with a drag and drop page builder, which is amazing. You can create any sort of website you want to create from that. The other theme provider is My Theme Shop. Now, I installed their theme, one of their themes, for Creative Beacon, my main website, and it loaded faster. One, the themes are incredibly streamlined. The code is excellent. It has to be good for SEO because my search engine traffic increased once I installed that that particular theme. And so I've left it there. I haven't changed that theme. I don't want to change that theme because I'm getting great results from it. And that's mythemeshop.com. And I'll leave a link to them in my post as well. But if you want to set up your theme, you want to go to Appearance, and you'll see either a theme name or you'll see something that says Theme Options. And so you click Theme Options. And so from here you have general settings. Now you want to have a logo image, a favicon, and basically the next step is I'm going to go through setting up a My Theme Shop theme from start to finish. That's going to be my next video. I realize I'm running kind of long here. So part 3 is going to be going through here and setting up the My Theme Shop theme to look great and make a killer website. And, so look forward to that next week. That's it for this week, though. I'm James George, and this has been Web Design Blog.